I want your opinion on President Ruto.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I just feel like, at the end of the day, and I stand to be corrected. At the end of the day, most Kenyans are feeling like I use condom. You know what I mean? Because you see, like, when you get a shorty and everything, you start vibing her, start giving her lyrics and everything, start spitting game, unamwingiza box, yo. Unambia, babe, me I got you. Anakuambia, yeah, but people have used me and everything. And then you're like, they're not like me. That's what makes me 1 in a million. But once you get, before you go smash, you think, protection. Then you get the protection in it. So once you busted a nut and everything, all those things that you promised this lady are out the window.
Of course.
And then the condom, right, is also not needed anymore. You know what I mean? So that's how Kenyans are feeling, because they were given so many empty promises. Mama Mboga, and everybody was sold, because they were enticed and they were convinced that this is for the better of us as a nation. But then, once people get sworn in and everything, they come and become different people.
What we're going through right now is this in Kenya. In a specific thing, what we're going is the friction in which we want to get economic growth. We've already established democracy. We have very good documents. Now it's economic growth, and we're having the friction of the haves and the have-nots, and a lot of Gen Zs and a lot of younger people are expressing contempt and disdain because they're not going to grow economically just like how our parents were. All they needed was a degree. Get a job, there they have land. Us, get a degree, you're still broke there, you're there suffering, and you cannot do anything.
Can we just talk about the education system of this Kenya and how it has failed a lot of us? Because what were you taught? You go to school, go to university, get a degree, get a job. But with the high influx of graduates now, getting a job without connections, without knowing somebody who knows somebody, and me, I know the struggle of that. It's really hard. And I know a lot of people, that's why people are protesting left, right, and center. Why? Because this education system has failed us. Ruto anashanga mbona watu wana protest. Because he's closing companies because of his high taxes. Companies are going to employ Tanzanians. Wanaenda kuemploy kwa Tanzanians. We have better watu wamesoma huku hata kuliko watu wa Tanzania. And we have people are unemployed. Mtu wa makanga akona degree. Mtu wa boda amnemsi akona degree. Tukiwa high school tulikuwa tunaambiwa that wase wenye usipate D+ uende ufanye beauty college. Unajua sijui beauty college nini. But you have a better chance going to that beauty college than you have after going to school and getting a degree and trying to get a job, because you're to a beauty college. Me, I know some of my friends when you're makeup school immediately and they are booked every weekend. Work on our clients every weekend. They are rich. They are living in very good houses nini. Because you msewa uliana degree yako miaka 4. Yeye alishaingia kwa job market almost immediately. By the time unamaliza miaka 4 yeye amesha build networks zake. Na same mtu mse mwenye alifanya carpentry, anatengeneza viti, mse alifanya metal works ni mse wa machuma na huko. Ndio wase wako na do, the jua kali industry ndio iko na do sahi. They're earning their good money there. This education system has failed a lot of us. That's why most of us are angry. And I believe that you have a better chance getting into the job market just immediately than going to school and getting a degree and trying to get a job without connections. You have to have an extra edge. Ama bahati ya Mungu, something comes up for you to get a job like that without any kind of connections, or just like ukwe lucky, like Mungu intervene nini.
And going back to the political realignments, I want to say this. It is time that Kenyans have an honest conversation as to what they want. And what they want in terms of leadership. When you are talking coalition building, when you are talking of partners, the conversation should not be about which person gets what position. It should be about what are the issues that affect our people. Are we all in agreement that we are committing as a team to work together to address this issue? And that is what we sell to the people of Kenya. As a Safina Party, we are very clear. Ours is an economic liberation. How do we change? And we have our policies, what we believe can turn over this economy. Yeah. So that we are not going to say that, because sometimes people ask us, why are you not talking to other political parties? Why are you not talking with other leaders? But to talk about what? If it is about sharing positions, it's not worth it. It should be about how are we going to reduce our odious debt. And in this political establishment, all these people who have traversed our politics for the last 30 years, they've at one point or another certain cabinet or parliament and passed these illegal borrowings, these illegal debts, money that people took in the names of the people of Kenya, and didn't come into Kenya, didn't fund any project. As Safina will say, any illegal debt, money that was taken and didn't come into Kenya, we will not pay it. And we don't want anybody who will be holding us back, telling us that, you know, I received some, so don't push it too hard, you're going to affect my interests. So a political conversation should be about how to make the lives of the people better. That is not our problem. Our problem is not the 47 counties, in my view. Our problem, as I've always said, is odious debt, illegal debt. In the sense that, what are counties meant to do? Counties are organs of service provision. You are taking it closer to the people. We are moving from a very highly centralized system. So if you reduce the number of devolved units, it's like you're going back into centralization.
Okay.
In fact, in our constitution, there should be further devolution of units up to the village level. Because it's about empowering the people, giving people a platform to have a voice and a say in their governance to the lowest level possible.
Okay.
But if you start saying casually that, no, there are too many, you can say it comfortably in Nairobi.
How would more units result into more development for the people?
It's about giving people a platform to make a decision on their affairs. If you devolve money to a village level, because we are supposed to devolve, the most important thing about devolution is devolving resources. The county units are just the organs that are used to administer those resources. But you'll expect every village in this country should be able to say, our village has received this much for purposes of providing these services to us. As villagers, we've met in our baraza. This is our view. This year, our priority projects are the following, to our benefit. Then the devolved units, county administration, implements it.
Okay.
So it helps. Because we don't want a situation where somebody sits in Nairobi and tells you what needs to be done. You know, there's a time in this country when somebody came up with a program that we are going to supply mosquito nets to all constituencies in the country. Another one said, in fact, they were giving malaria medicine. There are some areas of the country that are not malaria prone. Yeah.
And they will not need actually these.
They will not need these items, but they were supplied. Why? Because somebody sitting in Nairobi was looking at statistics, maybe his own personal bias. He comes from a malaria-prone area. Another one said, let's build fish ponds in all constituencies. Yeah.
And there are constituencies where people don't even consume the fish.
Don't even consume the fish. The question of markets, post-harvesting procedures, how to preserve the fish to get it to a market. They didn't know. Okay. So centralized, good as an idea it is. But if you went, for example, to some parts of the country, they'll tell you we prefer, we work on abattoirs as a priority at this particular time.
Okay.
But another part will tell you, we want those fish cages, like yesterday, as a priority.
Okay.
So allow the people at the local levels identify what their immediate needs are.
The most potent weapon in the hands of an oppressor is the mind of the oppressed.
Wakichanuka kuisha wewe.
As in, silaha ya maana sana yenye Ruto wako nayo ni akili ya watu wajinga. Hiyo ndio silaha pekee yenye serikali inakuaga nayo. The most potent weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. Mnakuja mnaambiwa na sisi tumeamua hiyo bili itapita ama isipite. Kuna huyo niliona MP fulani juzi anasema ati alikuwa very emotional. I was so happy, I was like cry. Ati and it's so shameful that you'd want even your name to be recorded like that on the Hansard, in the Hansard. We have passed bills for this president. We have done. I was like, why are you becoming a bitter girlfriend? You should be recalled because you are not supposed to pass bills for the president. The only thing you are supposed to do in parliament is pass bills for the national interest. By the way, kila kitu kwa hii katiba imesema everything will be done for national interest. You are confirming to us that you know what, you are bribed. Kama watu wangekuwa werevu wangekuwa recalled kitambo, but I said an MP is an average of the people in a constituency. Hapana, sijaita mtu yote wala. Sijaita mtu yote wala.
To those who believe politics doesn't affect them, I hope today has taught you how politics affect you directly.
Ruto simpigi kura. Amenajisi inchi. Bila kutumia hata kondom.
This is Selector Dede.
Wanadhani ya si bongo lala, ikikupita we bongo lala. Na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunazoza. Hatujikuku mewaka sana, na mabisto wanachafua rada. Na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunazoza. Hakuna mboka, peleke shuleni watasoma. Madaktari wamegoma, hapo sani Yesu atatuponya. Wambie punde imechoka sana, farasi bado ijapatikana. Ni mandai wanagonya na mali wanaponda, unakonda wananona. Maandamano, 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 amise maandamano, 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 maandamano.